Hello, my name is Knerr. I'm with the Atlanta Woodwright studio. I'm a custom gun maker, and I also do quite a bit of restoring for museums and the private collectors. I'm interested in doing a series on hand carving your conventional and muzzleloaders and shotgun gun stocks. I haven't been able to see anyone, and since I seem to be a bit of a dying breed, I've been trying to run some series here through my shop called Open Shop Weekends. It's open for the woodworker and the amateur gunsmith. So as an extension, I'm going to try doing this video. And with the kind assistance of Heather and her assistant Laura, we'll see how this goes. And with their indulgence, there'll be several videos, and I'll go through in a little while what the different videos are. But first, I guess I should introduce myself and some of the things I've been doing. And I guess you would like to know who Chris Knerr is. Well, I've been doing stocks for about 40 years. My father made them as an amateur, so I made my first one when I was 12 and been addicted to it ever since. I also spent the last 40 years in competition. Just to give you an idea, this is my very last target I shot in the last competition I was in. I've since retired. After 40 years, I figure I deserve a rest, at least for a little while. Hopefully it'll give you the idea that I might have a rough idea of what makes a rifle accurate. The other one, of course, is what I do with wood. I'm also a member of the Georgia Woodworkers Guild. And as you can see by the picture here, I've won a few awards over the years. And in 2006, this rifle won the Best of Show, which is kind of unusual because this is a woodworking show and anybody and everybody's allowed in. And some of the things behind this, I thought it was very unusual, but I kind of liked it. I was entered in the wood carving. This is a general category. You saw the 3 awards I had earlier. I did that for a couple of years in a row, and I figured, well, if I keep doing this, somebody's going to take one of these and perhaps beat me over the head with it. And why tear up a perfectly good stock on my hard hit? Anyway, I'll get into this a little bit later of some more details. As you can see, there's quite a variety here, and when you do one, what the technique is pretty much the same thing, just variations on a theme. would also like to add that on my website, which was on the screen for a little while earlier, there's a gallery where quite a few of these, and there's still photos of them. Part of my job has been restoring antique firearms, which is kind of an offshoot of this. It's really fascinating and neat the way people built things with the technology that they had 100, 200, as long ago as almost 400 years. The main rifle I'll use to show you how about going about carving is this monster. This is actually a 4-bore. It's used as a black powder that's used for elephant hunting, or I guess you could pretty much use it on any of the big 5. This is the barrel for the monster. Let me get a paper towel. This has inletting black on the end of it. This is the bore end. It's actually big enough I can stick the entire barrel of a .50 caliber inside and still have a little bit of wiggle room. It fires a 1,500 grain round ball. That's a quarter of a pound. And yes, it, as the fellow that I'm making for, during our discussions, he does understand it'll kill at one end and probably maim at the other end. I guess this is the way the videos will continue on. The next one will be on selections of wood, why they primarily are maple and walnut. You have to stay away from pecan and cherry. Even though this one is cherry, it's a small caliber. Well, I'll go into the details of why. Then we'll go into tools. You really don't need an accumulation quite like this, but don't forget I've got a 40-year head start. Okay, here's some of the details I'll be going into. Putting a lock in, and this one cinches up very nice and tight. There's no wiggling here. And how you do this without getting the gaps around it. Things like this lock box. I actually don't put a patch in it. It's great for putting your car keys in, because if you're going hunting, not a very good idea to lose them. So I usually put them in here. I figure you'll want to know how and where to put things like the comb, how to put the twist and the angles of the butt plate, and above all else, how do you put the metal into the wood and not end up with huge gaps around it. That will be the purpose of the inletting video. If you have some ideas and things that have been left out of some of these videos, please email me and let me know. I'll be glad to answer any of your questions.